Did you know you melee faster if you're holding the trample steam on Die Rise? This is so useless. Why would I ever melee when this is out right in front of me? What? And then on Mob of the Dead, if you go into Afterlife, no matter what gun you were holding when you went in, your player model will always hold the M1911. Very interesting. There's plenty more useless facts in the rest of this video, including random jet gun facts and Treyarch trolling themselves. Let's continue. If you have more than one perk on Mob of the Dead and you go into Afterlife and then revive yourself, the perks will actually reorder themselves in alphabetical order. This happens because the game temporarily removes the perks when the player is in Afterlife, and it has to bring them back to the player when they respawn. ADSing with a regular Blundergat doesn't actually make you slower, but when you ADS with the Acid Gat, it literally makes you like a snail. But it's literally the same gun. When players fall from the Golden Gate Bridge, they can actually knife. I don't know why this would be useful though, because there's literally no enemies when they're falling. Did you know the name of the perk Electric Cherry is actually a play on the words electric chair? This is because the electric chair is featured on Mob of the Dead, and it's the map that introduced Electric Cherry. Players can actually use the jet gun in midair to hover above the ground for a few seconds. Also, the jet gun can pull nearby power-ups towards the player, if it doesn't break first. Normally on Buried, the player jumps down this slide to get to the normal map. Well, you can actually open up this rubble with grenades and shooting, instead of just jumping into it. Did you know the chance of getting the Ray Gun Mark II out of the mystery box in Die Rise is only 1%? That makes it the rarest overall weapon to get out of the mystery box. You can actually double your points in the BO2 bank. So essentially what you want to do is have Who's Who and the points you want to deposit, go down, deposit those points while you're in the Who's Who mode, revive your player, and then deposit those points into the bank. It's only useless though because getting Who's Who on Die Rise is not as easy as it sounds. The name Die Rise is actually a pun on the name High Rise. In fact, the code name for the map is ZM_High Rise. Players can actually make it look like they're sliding in BO2 by using the Soliquifier. The way it's done is you shoot the Soliquifier on the floor, run, and then crouch. If only BO2 actually had sliding. If a player's in the crazy place and they haven't picked up one of the elemental gems yet, those annoying walls that block everything don't actually start spawning yet. They only begin when you pick up the first crystal. Carpenter power-ups don't actually drop unless at least 5 barriers are torn down in the map. And Carpenters never appear on Nuketown, Mob of the Dead, Origins, and all of the World at War maps on Black Ops 1. In the opening cutscene for Origins, that big robot that steps on the crew has its foot lit up, which means that we could probably shoot it and go inside the foot. But when you load into the game, that's not always the right foot to shoot. In the Black Ops 3 version of Origins, along the tank's path in one of these craters, there's actually papers that list Treyarch employees. One notable name is Jason Blundell. The upgraded staffs from Origins are all named after gods from different mythologies. Like for example, the ice staff is named after Yule, a Norse god commonly associated with winter. If a player views themselves in third person while meleeing with an upgraded staff, they'll notice that the staff doesn't actually move and they'll just use their normal melee. Richthofen is the creator of the Panzer's armored suit, and it's also revealed through in-game quotes that the suit's operator was infected, which is why he chases us. If a player kills more than 10 zombies with a burst from the rocket shield, a sound effect of bowling pins being knocked over will be played. The actual captain of the Titanic, Edward Smith, can be seen being transformed into a zombie during the intro cutscene of Voyage of Despair. In Classified, if the door to the room in the main offices containing Robert McNamara is interacted with enough times, Samantha will yell, "He said leave him alone," and a total of 40 Nova 6 crawlers will spawn. At the end of a Die Rise game, you can hear heavy footsteps and a door close. This was actually a tease towards Mob of the Dead because that's the same sound that's used when Brutus spawns into the map. Black Ops 4 is the only Black Ops game without a reference to Nacht or Untoten. If you think about it, World at War, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 3 all have Nacht. In BO2, Nacht is in transit, and then Cold War, it's D Machine. BO4 is just left in the dust. If you put a map-specific gun in one of the weapon lockers and try to take it out in another map, that gun will actually transform into a different gun. In Black Ops 4, there's actually an old-gen Richthofen jump scare on Classified. Treyarch is literally out here memeing about their own franchise. If you make it to round 25 on Nuketown, the zombies' eyes will change from yellow to blue, signifying that the moon Easter egg just happened. Black Ops 1 Moon is the only BO1 map where the crossbow didn't actually show up. Watch another video. I know you'll like this one. Just trust me.